Alright, let's try and do this without filming in selfie mode. Alright. So, my last video, I filmed the second half, doing the other side, and ended up filming it in selfie mode, so none of the video came through. So we're going to try this and see if it works. Got these done. And now to work on this. Solid. Well supported. Much space on this side. Clamping. Not sure how secure this is going to be. Do what I can. Let's hope this works. Let's see. Turn the worst spots off anyway. Time to glue up. Not the greatest gloves, but they work. Don't buy cheap equipment, people. Especially when it comes to safety. Falls apart. It's time to replace these. But finding ones with this much padding are very difficult. sharp on both sides. Not greatly supported, but it works. Let's try maybe. Shot. Better. A great deal of support. No extra noise. Maybe a little bit tame on that side. Let's try this side. Things brown pretty quickly. Not necessarily the most flat, but it does pretty good. No better than to do that. Don't put your planes down with blades first, people. We used to work on an old bench. We had a pine. It was beat up anyway. Nothing to ding the blade but the pine. So I picked up bad habits. I love the Shinto saw rasp. One of my best new tools. All right, now let's take a look, see what we can see. Oh yeah, got a ways to go. Yeah. To start. Yeah. Keep going for a little bit more with the rough side. I don't know how much of my discussion ended up being cut on the cutting room floor from my last video. But I have decided I am going to do a channel, gonna do another channel here, in here before I do the glue up. There's going to be some interesting little work. Why is it making so noisy? Have a noisy ceiling fan right now. Not quite sure why, other than the fact that it's worn out and old. Doesn't make me noisy. I don't know why it should make the fan noisy. Joke, people. Joke. I know. Very deadpan. All right. So as you can see, this removes a lot of material very quick. Hence it being a rasp. It does what it's supposed to. But to get it smooth, I like to use plane and get it set up right. This one seems to be hitting me a little on the dull side. Yeah. Might be time to start sharpening. I'm going to have plenty of tools to sharpen. Spend a day or two sharpening tools. Yeah, a day. I don't really have that many. Seven planes. 10 chisels, 6 gouges, 8 gouges, plus the scrapers. I've got to go and get them done. Okay, maybe 2 days. Hey, how much time per day I do. All right, so gotten this fairly close. I know it doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to be a glue joint, so it has to be pretty close. And keep forgetting it's in the drawer. There it is. Plenty to plane down on this and shape it. It's going to be a slight arch to the top anyway. Yeah, maybe. I might leave it flat. I got a little bit of planer to do on it now. Yeah, actually, doesn't look too bad. Okay. It's the same material I used on the headstock, so not really that great of a wood for appearance. I'm not using the quilted that I've got up here for that. Where did it go? Under here. Move these back over here, out of my way. Deal with the other clamps in a bit. Now I just need these out of my way. Need better room for wood storage. Firstly, I'm going to put these pieces in the drawer to keep them from wandering off. I'm going to put them with sandpaper and put them with the rest. I'm going to put them with the rest. Oh, these yellow heart pieces and the Duke in here. Deal with that when I get to the scroll part. Did I drop it down there? Oh, along here. So, where did it go? Do you like that Angelus blue when it first goes on? Where did I put that? Oh yeah, put it in the metal cabinet underneath my scroll saw here. Sands off fairly nicely too. Looks pretty good. Alright. This actually my curly maple. It looks okay on this side, I think. And I could do a piece there. Tie it into the curly maple coming up the fretboard. And just have kind of a flame type of ring to it. Easier to see it on this side, I think. On some of it. Problem is, to lay that out and get the flame where I want it. It's kind of a pain. Something along that lines. Take a look. And it's kind of a broad pencil. I know, get a mechanical pencil. Not quite on a timeline for purchases right now. So we do this where you can see it a little bit better. how much it's going to show up on camera. I'm not leaving this tape on here. Anyway, so it's got some nice curl to it. This will, I don't know, let's see if we get a catch. It has a nice grain in it. Nice flame, curl. And I'm not sure how much of that would show up. So, put it down here for now on top of the sandpaper. I'm going to stick with this, I think. Green is much easier to show. And kind of got flames going through it without being flamed. Just thinking that knot might be an issue, but put the bridge in there. It kind of disappears. It's right on the edge of it. And the plate behind it, it won't show up. Come on. The right one. Can't remember which side's up. It's there. You can see a little bit on the edge, but it's almost like a flame going around the bottom part of the heart here. So it's still look good. So I do need that surface and this surface to be a good plane to work with. Nice flat surface. Key this up a little bit. Get this flat. And we should be good. Oh. All right. Yeah. Got a lot of high spots. Let's rock the paperwork in here. Was a nice purchase though. It would make a really nice fretboard, except it's not quite wide enough. It's only a quarter to a half inch too narrow. Only. Feel like a flame in it. Going to stick with the fretboard that I've worked on in any, shall I say, bad glue joints. I'll just do inlay. Might even use Padauk. That would look really, really hot now that I think about it. Anyway, I'm going to move my tools into the rack, and now I can't remember where they're at. All right. Mark it all up. Like graining this purple heart here. It's got all kinds of nice cross grain and whew, man, all kinds of nice figuring in it. Anyway, notice a lot more when it's brown. Will turn purple again, but unfortunately, this is all area that's going to be covered. Such a shame. The backside, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. My Amazon facility had its 10-year anniversary today. Hamburgers, hot dogs, all that sort of thing. Tour of the facility, guided tour. And my wife enjoyed greatly to see everything. And make jokes about cats riding around the robots. Oh, yeah. I think maybe need to collect that up in the bag here in a moment. Anyway, so I'm a little stuffed. I had to sample as much as I could of the food truck cuisine that they had there. Had a great taco shop, taco truck there. Had carnitas, and kind of a street taco situation. So it wasn't a great deal of food. A lot of meat, but not a whole lot of total food. Which is good because I had a hamburger. That chocolate milkshake from the what do they call it? The rubber duck or something like that. They put rubber ducks on top of everything. Their ice cream, their milkshakes. Anyway, it was quite a lot of food in my stomach. A short period of time. That and being out in the heat, not really good for a person who's had high blood pressure issues due to heat. Although I am doing much better. Lord, heal me up and get me ready for what is to come. Love going to a church where revival and healing, signs and wonders are just kind of normal. And from what I'm hearing from several sources, it's happening all over the place, which is an awesome thing. Mostly in small churches, so if you know the small church, the power of God's moving, yeah, go there. Highly recommended. Not born again, even better. You'll get born again. If you're willing to surrender. That's the whole, gives grace to the humble thing. And God grace it so good. Praise you, Lord. Oh. Now, I don't really have a place to hang that. Back where it was. All right, one more round of this. I hope it'll do. I do this somewhat by feel, and the visuals of the pencil lines disappearing does help and let you know where low spots are. Feel where the high spots are. Oh, don't twist that too much, it tends to bend. Try to avoid that. It is, after all, essentially hacksaw blades, more or less. Trying to hang it up where the hammer is. All right. And this is where the temptation is to get really creative in the middle of the process and add more complexity to it. I'd say avoid it, but who am I to talk? I don't really avoid it very well. Hence I have projects that are 20 years old and haven't been finished. Of course, part of that's not being certain as to how I'm going to pull it off. And now I just ask Holy Ghost, and he usually is pretty quick to answer with how and when. The other one, scheduling. Great deal of peace that comes with that. So you may be seeing a whole lot of different videos of builds that are being completed or further completed that I have sitting over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, something like that. Some older than others. I still have the electric cello I have to finish now that I have my second truss rod for that one. One truss rod for that, one truss rod for this. That's how I purchased them. And the package showed up with one. But they were, the Chinese were really good about, sending me the second one. I really don't like buying Chinese-made stuff. I'm not saying that it's all bad quality, because some of it's fairly decent quality. My main problem with buying, and I'm going to go on a small rant now, so if you don't want to pay any attention to that, I understand. Most of these companies are run by the Communist Party of China, and they are also leaders of the PLA, which is the People's Liberation Army, the military of China. So you're doing business with the Chinese military, and every dollar you give them for an item goes to build ships, missiles, bombs, and planes, which are probably going to be going on their way to places like Taiwan. I know, we finance our own destruction and such horrible devastation to other places. Rant over. Resume. I'm not saying it's a boycott, because boycotts do work when you're, say, conservatives who actually have money and actually do spend it on things, and then choose not to spend it on a company that you used to do business with. Whereas, most of my experience with liberals saying that they're calling for boycotts of places and countries, they don't actually buy stuff from there anyway. So by them boycotting it, it's not doing any good. They're not their customers. Companies should probably take that under advisement. People with money who are actually your customers are the people you should be listening to. Unless you're just like creative designer of guitars and you're going to build it the way you're going to build it anyway, no matter what the opinion of the people you may or may not be customers later on. Yeah, that's me. Don't ask me to paint a nude human body on anything you have me build, because I will tell you no. Followed by some advice as to where to go to get it done. Is not me. I'm not going to carve it. I'm not going to paint it. I'm not saying that the human body isn't a beautiful thing. But don't ask me to paint anything demonic on there either. Or carve it. I don't do pentagrams. I don't do world religion stuff. I am not going to do a coexist guitar. Sorry, guys. Not my thing. Besides, coexist people should remember. Try having a coexist sticker on something when you go to another nation who is entirely of one religion and trying to tell them that we should all just create all religions the same. Yeah, they're not going to listen. Don't go to the Middle East and say that. No, actually, pretty much anywhere in the world. Buddhists will probably be fairly tolerant of you for a while. But even they don't tolerate that. Ask any Christian missionary who's been in a Buddhist nation preaching the gospel whether or not they like you being there. The answer is no. Along with all religions, including communism and socialism, by the way. I know they're political ideologies, but they function as a religion because they're atheistic, anti-religion, with little trappings of religion. Odd how that happens. But hey, we've turned most of the Christian church into a religion. The trappings of, mantras and rituals and everything else that have little or nothing to do with the actual belief system. You decide. Ultimately, God will. All right, I think that's as far as I'm going to get on this. I'm probably running out of time. You are my timepiece. So we'll stop here, at least pause, and I will check. Pardon me, a little bit of movement.